You know, honestly, I don't even know how I am going to explain this in the form of a YouTube video because I don't know how best to explain it. But, you know, on NoFap, you know, when you're really going good and you're really going hard on a streak, don't interpret that wrong, by the way. I mean, a lot of the things that you used to find entertaining, not even just porn, but a lot of the things that you used to find entertaining was it's just cringy as fuck, man. And me, I used to love watching, Blasphemous HD, and I used to love watching, um, you know, all these reactions. Not just Blasphemous HD. It was another. There's Charmex and Billy Bob Tanley, and you guys might know who I'm talking about. There was this one called, there's this other one called Rockin' Lobster and stuff like that. And when it comes to a lot of the things that I believe, and a lot of the things that I try to teach, it's all about it's the main message, even if it doesn't seem like it, is about service, basically. Trying to serve, and we're even told that the ancient man was praised for going into the wilderness and separating himself from materialism, and developing himself. But we live in a certain age now where we're supposed to go out into the world and we're supposed to help, right? Because we live in a more modern age that's more, concerned with, it's I guess more materialistic is one way to put it. But I tried and I tried, and I got this channel where I basically try to sort of put myself in the mindset of a man who believes in Christian is one example. Another channel I have is a channel where I watch these furries on VR. And one of the things that I've noticed is that I can see myself in to some extent, or either I can, or I could, or whichever tense is the most accurate. Uh, you know, I don't know how to I don't know how to put it into words. I can relate to this sort of you know this sort of back when I was younger and everything was more, I cared less about, development, and I cared less about, the soul, and I cared less about spirituality, and I didn't care about these things, right? I didn't care about true development. Uh, and I had this same, it wasn't the same type of mindset, but it could have turned to that, right? The direction that you see in a lot of these channels and stuff. And I thought to myself, I want to help these people, but my consciousness is just it's too bright, right? If it's possible, I want to see if I can become tolerant to these things, right? Well, I tried. And I failed miserably, and not only did I fail miserably, I mean it's very strange what happened. I went months and months and months, and I didn't see any NSFW content, and I didn't see any uh, I didn't see any porn. But I thought to myself, this is just cheesy as fuck. Maybe you know, and and I was watching, all these nasty videos. I watching Rockin' Lobster and all this type of stuff to, to try to dim myself enough where I could keep my clarity, but at the same time, I could handle this worldly shit. And what happened is I got out of my higher self, in a sense, is what happened. But then I got into my lower self. And I got all these feelings that I haven't felt in a while. And I went to this NSFW site. I could not believe what I saw on that site. And, at first, I was just kind of fucking around and I relapsed, right? But this was no ordinary post-nut clarity. After I did this, I cannot describe to you. I cannot describe to you the dread I felt for these people and for humanity. I came to realize there's nothing I can do for these people. And that shook me to my core, because my core philosophy is all about helping people. And it's all about people becoming better people. But, the truth is, I'm outgrowing this stuff. I can't force myself to be around it. I can't stand it. And I'm a fool to even try. So I don't have any time left, but that's what I wanted to say today.